Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Raymond Report. Today is Wednesday, March 20th. Hope you have yourself a good start to your Wacky Wednesdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report Sports Betting Tip Sheet. Come and learn about the fundamentals of sports handicapping, and that is value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a strict money management system. You can find the Raymond Report in the tip sheet area. Go to your dashboard, go to the sport of your choice, and come and get the Raymond Report today at atsstats.com. All right, pretty good day last night in the picks overall. In fact, you go to atsstats.com, click on free picks. You get my free pick of the day. It was the under in the Brooklyn Pelican game last night. That was that we cashed that nice ticket. We lost with the over in the Dallas game. We gave that yesterday on the show, along with the under in the New Orleans game, and we did have a pretty good day yesterday overall. We had the over in the Pittsburgh game against New Jersey Devil, and we had the Ducks under. Those were my two top NHL plays. So having a pretty good run right now. If you go look at our record, you can see the last 25 selections. I think I'm hitting over 60% right now in the last 25 plays. And if you go to the computer pick and you want to see how the computer pick does each and every day, so you can see on the last 100, we're winning 65% of our straight up forecast, only 48% on the puck line, 53% when it comes to the over-under. And if you go to the NBA, let's see how the computer pick's doing straight up, 68%, phenomenal. 53% against the point spread, 58% to the over-under. So at the end of the day, winners win, and the computer pick is winning. So really happy about that. All right, let's go look at the markets, see what the markets are telling us. And each and every day, you should be looking to see what is coming in, the favorites, the underdogs, the overs, the unders. And last night in the association, we only had 5 games. Well, only. And it was 5 straight-up winners for the favorites. 5-0, 3-2 against the point spread, 3-2 to the over, 7-day average. Favorites are winning at a high clip, 6% over the year-to-date average of 70.4. In the last 7 days, 76.9% of the favorites are winning. That's why you're seeing a lot of higher money line selections these days. And when it comes to the point spread, 59.3% of the favorites are covering the spread. So you got to know, people always say, oh, you always take underdogs or you're taking favorites. You got to take what the markets tell you what to take, right? If the markets are telling you that favorites are winning, what's the definition of insanity? Well, we all know what it is, right? 76.9% of the favorites. And again, pick your spots, be patient, be disciplined, just like I wrote in my book, The 24-Hour Rule. And if you follow that book's The Golden Rules of Sports Betting, you'll come out on top. And again, I talk about this on Cash Out Monday all the time. When was the last time you cashed out? And if you're thinking about it, well, then it's been too late, right? So favorites in the NHL, 57.4%, 2% down on the year-to-date average of 59.8%. And the overs, look at the overs, 63%. We've been cashing. I've been playing a lot of overs lately, and the reason why is, look at this. All the last 3 days, we're looking at 16 and 6% to the over. Last 7 days, 63%. Bullish market. And for the puck line, 51.3. A little bit of a reversal right here after seeing the favorites going a little bit of a tear. All right, so yesterday what I did is I showed you guys how I handicap, and I got some nice emails. I want to appreciate you guys who emailed me, and you're seeing how I can change your mindset on when you are handicapping. And again, if you're handicapping, if you're winning, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you're not winning and you're looking for a new way to handicap, and you're an open-minded person to change, this is where watching this podcast each and every day, and you're watching one podcast. Maybe you're new to the podcast and you say, okay, maybe it's a lucky thing, right? Keep watching the podcast. Keep watching how I handicap, and you'll see at the end of the day, we win more than we lose, right? So let's, yesterday I did the basketball. Today I'm going to do the NHL. And what I like to do, I like to open up the computer picks, and then I'll open up my super database. So let's go to computer picks, NHL. So this way it gives me a reference point to when I'm doing my super database searches. And then I'll come back to the tip sheet, all right? So here's the super database. We're going to do NHL today. Only 3 games on tap, so it's going to be a quick lesson here. And we'll see the first game. Toronto, yeah, not good. Losing 4-3 yesterday to the Flyers. And the Capitals, they looked pretty good the other night in Calgary, winning 5-2. So let's do this. So we got road favorites. All right, so let's do away favorites. Coming off a 1-goal loss. All right, actually, you know what? No, we're going to do this. what was the final score yesterday? It was 3-4. So, all right, home favorites. Road favorites. They're road favorite tonight. So road favorites, and they're playing in Washington, right? Correct. All right, away favorites scored 3 goals for last game. All right, so let's see how they do in their next game this season, the NHL. All right, so road favorites allowed 4 goals against, scored 3 goals for, right? And let's scroll down here. There we go. 3 goals for. Current season, right? Like to keep it in the current season. Don't like to really wander off into the other seasons because different players, different mindsets, bookmakers' mentalities, probably strategies are different. Let's go get it. 15-12. Wow, not that great. 9-17-1 to the under. Okay, interesting stats right there. And you know what? I'm going to open up another window right here. I'm going to go back to the Super Database, and I'm going to see how the NHL. Now, what's the total in that game tonight? 6.5. All right, so here we're going to do. We're going to go NHL, away favorites, coming off a 1-goal loss, right? Coming off a 1-goal loss. Current season. And you know what scares me tonight? Washington is playing friggin' playoff hockey right now. The Capitals are on a mission. All right, 49-25, so a bit. So you see how you can match up the numbers. So away favorites, so let's look at Toronto right here. They're an away favorite of 133. 6.5 is the total. So away favorites allowed 4 goals against, 3 goals for. What's the total tonight? 6.5. You know, let's see, because the type of teams, right? Teams that have a lot of 6.5s compared to teams that have 5.5s that are more defensive. Look at that. Look at the under here. 4-12 to 5-11. So be careful. I think Toronto's a really bad play here tonight. Maybe the under though. Look at the under. Let's go back to this one here. And let's take a look at away favorites coming off a 1-goal loss and the total 6.5 in the current game. And let's do a little survey says 20-27. Okay, so we got some leans to the under, even though we got some straight up winners. Puck line doesn't look good though for the Leafs. So let's take a look at Washington right now. All right, and I'm gonna write this down too. So we had some leans to the under on Toronto. So Toronto under. I gotta do my handicapping while I'm doing the show. Home underdogs. All right, so let's do home underdogs. And Washington's last game was a 5-2 victory, right? So they scored 5 goals for last game. So 2 goals against, 5 goals for. We'll take away the 6.5 for now. We'll come back to it in a second. Survey says 5-8, 6-7 to the under, 10-3 puck line. Interesting. I wonder what the puck line money line is on that game here tonight. Let me open up another browser over here on screen B, and let's do 6.5. All right, there we go. 6.5. Last 90 days. There we go. 6.5. Go get it. 4-7 to the under. Puck line. Puck line is looking good. So puck line Washington under looking really good right now. And what's the line on the game tonight? Puck line -202. You know what? It's it's not that bad. It could have been worse. It could be like -300, 275 or something like that, right? So okay. Now Washington won 5-2 last game, and they're so coming off a 3-goal win, right? So how about home underdogs coming off a 3-goal win? Let's see how they do in their next game this season. Total 6.5. This year, yeah, 9-16, and see the under. I think the under is where you want to lean in that Leafs game tonight. We'll come back to the Ram report, and we'll take a look at the what the tip sheet tells us. All right, next game, got Dallas coming off a 4-1 victory. So they're a home favorite, and they're coming off a 4-1 victory. So let's go back here. So Dallas, home favorite, coming off a 1 goal against, 4 goals for. And we'll take the total off for now. See, the total, what I like about the total is it's like your clincher, right? If you get the, so right now, Dallas 27-15, 25. Now, anytime I get a high line like this, 294, obviously I'm not looking at Dallas on the money line. It's more the total, right? And so what's the total in this game here tonight against Arizona? 6.5. So 25-17. Now the clincher to see if we got, when you have high volume, is you want to go back here. And let's take a look at 6.5 and see if we're still looking the over here. Yeah, see, now we're a little bit balanced more out, right? And let me see at 5.5 if there's a bigger difference at 5.5. The survey says 7-3, 70%. So yeah, so you see, That's why it's good to have a little bit. I don't like too many queries, because then you start getting very selective, and then you start dwindling down more of your volume of selections. And let's do home favorites coming off. And what was the final score of that game again? 4-1. So coming off a 3-goal win, total 6.5. And let's see what the 41-25, 26-40, 38-28. So nothing really to write home about right there. So I'm not really excited about that. Okay, so let's do road underdogs. Oh, 1-4-1. Okay, I like that. So away underdogs scored 4 goals. So another 4-1, right? Yep, 4-1. So both these teams coming off a 4-1 victory. Look at the puck line, 10-9. Okay, nice to know. How about when it's 6.5? There's a difference on the puck line ratio right there. 8-2. Wow, 7-3 to the over. Okay, I see you, Arizona. I see you. All right, let's do away underdogs. Coming off a 3-goal win, 6.5, and let's see what 29-15, 23-20. Yeah, okay, the over. So you know what? Little tidbit on the over. So Arizona over. We'll check that out in the rain report in just a few seconds. And then your last game of the evening, you got good one. Hey, the Wild against the Kings. So the Kings first, 145, 162. So we got a home favorite. Home favorite coming off a 2 goals against, 6 goals for. And the total in that game is what, 6.5? 5.5. Yeah, Minnesota. All right, we'll do this. Let's take it off first, and then we'll come back to 5.5. 3-7. Ooh, not good for the Kings. Not good. Not good. All right, 3-7. Ooh, okay. So, and you know what? If I go 5.5, there's gonna be less volume, right? So let me go back here. So let's do current situation, 5.5. Survey says, yeah, 0-3, 0-3. Yeah, stay away from the Kings. Kings not a good from a system point of view. Not that good. Let me see. The Kings last game was what, 6-2, a 4-goal win. So home favorites. Let's go to this one though. Coming off a 4-goal win. All right, we'll take the total off. If there's enough volume, we'll bring it back. 11-6. Yeah, not that really good, right? 19-8 to the puck line though, which is not bad, but let's see, 5.5 might paint a different picture here. Okay. 4-2. Yeah, less volume. All right, let's take a look at Minnesota. I think Minnesota might be worth a look here. What was their last situation? 4-0 win against the Ducks. All right, so, and who's the favorite? Yeah, okay, so 145. So away underdog. 0 goals against. Coming off a 4-0 win. And we'll take off the total for now. Double check here. Yeah, 4-0. Survey says, yeah, not a lot of volumes. Not a lot of volume right there. All right, how about the next one? 4-goal win. Away underdog. Total's 4.5. Oh, you know what? When I did the Kings, I should have been home favorite. Yeah, see? Yeah, really nothing pointing to me to Minnesota as well. I don't see anything that's a little concerning. Is away underdog, 4 goals against, and there's not a lot of volume, 1 and 2. How about the last 2 years? Let's try the last 2 years. That, something tells me Minnesota could be a good pick here, but 9-12, 20, yeah. Oh, over. Look at the over. 14-7. Okay. Let me do last 3 years. Let's see if we have a trend continuing, a run. No. All right. So, all right. Let's go back to the rain report now, and the games I'm looking at. Toronto over. So let's go to NHL. Let's go to that Leaf game. All right, so let's see if the technicals are supporting us here. So 6.7, nope. Over under 5-5. I like it when it's an even like mediocre number like that, like medium. It's because there's no real lean in the market psychology to the bookmaker, right? 5-5, it's like you don't know if it's going to go over and under. Kogo's at 41%. I wish it was closer to 46, 47. This I like. Washington against B-type teams, to 8-3 at home against teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage. At home this year, though, 14-18 to the under, at least 17-17 over-under record on the road. And I do like this. So Toronto, when they travel to Washington, 6-4 to the over. And what about here? Nothing on days rest. So both these teams are, okay, Toronto's playing on back-to-back game situations. They're 3-0 straight up in back-to-back games this year. 1-2 to the under, but low volume. And let's take a last look at the last 45 days. 6-3 to the over. And how about Washington at home? 6-2 to the over. All right, so yeah, we do have a small lean towards the over tonight. Probably a one-unit play, but we're in an overs market, right? So remember on the SBI at the beginning when I started the show, and I said, let's take a look what the markets are telling us, right? So what are the markets telling us? The markets are saying, you know what, Ron? I think the over is where we want to go because we're pretty bullish right now in overs. So Toronto over looks like a solid play, and let's go Arizona, Dallas. And doing these type of shows and the reasoning behind the picks, right? Because a lot of people post their picks, but they have no reasoning and say, okay, well, did you throw a dart? Did you pick numbers? How did you come up with that selection, right? You gotta find your whys, the 5 W's. Always ask yourself when you have a problem, go to the 5 W, why, and you'll get to your root answer. Hey, why is it this? No, why is it that? All right, let me see here. 6. So we're looking at the under in Arizona game. 6.5, all right. 4-6, 5-5, I like that. Kogo's at 55. I can live with that. This I don't like. Anytime, yeah, this is this is like hey, when in doubt, get out and pull the ripcord. I'm pulling the ripcord on this under game. Look at that. Actually, no, did we say Arizona over? We had Toronto under. That's right, we had Toronto under. We said Toronto under, right? And 7-4. Okay, yeah, I got a little mixed up here. So 12-2 to the over. All right, so you know what? Let me go back to that Toronto game. I'll do that in a second. Arizona, Dallas at home, 24-10 to the over. 20. Yeah. So you know what? We're pointing a lot to the over right now. Yeah. So Arizona over, but Toronto. Let me see here. I might have to bail on this one. For some reason, I was looking at the Arizona and it was over. But when I did the research on Toronto, it was a lot of unders. Remember? Yeah. You know what? 8-3. There's an under. Let me see here. 6-4. Don't really like, and with all the overs playing in, yeah, so I'm going to bail on that one. So the only play I got tonight, guys, Arizona over, all right? Arizona over is the only one I'm going to go with right now. Thank God I looked at this sheet because I would have gave you guys bad information right there. Let me double check to make sure I'm on the right path, all right? So I just want to verify. So let's go to computer picks. Let's go to NHL. So let's do... So away favorites, and coming off 3 goals against. 4 goals. Okay, I'll do this. 4 goals for. Right here. Yeah, it was the unders. Okay, so yeah, so you know what? We're gonna bail on that Toronto game. I think that too many overs at home for Washington, and you saw their record against those good teams, right? So let me go back again to that Toronto game, and let's go to the rain report. Washington, Toronto, and let me see here, yeah, 8-3 to the over. I don't like that, but and then scroll down here, and you see Washington at home, 6-2 last 2 months. A lot of overs in Washington these days. So you see Toronto against conference opponents, 6-3 to the over, 4-2 non-division game. Yeah, so yep, we're gonna stick to the Arizona over tonight. That's the only play. All right, folks, there you go. There's handicapping 101 brought to you by the Rain Report. Come and check out the Rain Report today. And another before you go, don't forget Rain Report Light. Let's see what the light stats are telling us. Let's go to that Arizona game first in Dallas. See if we've got any trends or friends here to put the cherry on top of the Sunday. And let's see down here. Yeah, not bad. Dallas as a home team, as a favorite, on 3 days rest, scored 4 more goals for last game, 12-2 to the over. So there's your cherry on the Sunday right there. All right, folks, if you do enjoy the show, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. Have a great day. Cheers.